Hi, welcome to another episode of Wealth Beyond Numbers. I'm your host, Dennis Coral, and I'm thrilled to be here today with my guest, Phil Stevenson. Phil, thank you for being here.
Of course.
Great.
Thanks for having me.
It's my pleasure, really. I've known Phil we've known each other for a couple of years now, at least
10 years.
At least 10 years. Yeah, I know that because my son is going to be 11 this year. So yeah, it's been a long time that we've known each other. So before we get started, Phil, I wanted to kind of formally introduce yourself, and can you tell us more about who you are and what you do?
Sure. So Phil Stevenson, also known as the Mortgage Nerd.
Mm-hmm.
I have a registered trademark for a Mortgage Nerd. And so there are imposters out there, but there's only one registered trademark. I'm born and raised in Miami. My mom is Cuban. My dad is from South Carolina. So I always say I'm a Cuban cracker. If you're not in Miami, it's hard to understand that joke because there are actual Cuban crackers. But born and raised in Miami, and when I studied in college, I actually wanted to do international relations because I was in the Army. I was deployed to Afghanistan and Iraq, and I didn't like why we went to Iraq because it was kind of on false pretenses. So I was like, I want to be part of changing government or diplomacy and all of that. So I studied international relations and got a degree in economics as well. But then I was like, I don't want to do any government anymore. And my economics degree flowed directly into mortgages, which is what I started in 2005 during the real estate boom and then the crash. And I maintained and been doing that now for 20 years. And I opened my mortgage company in 2012.
Oh, wow. Yes, I really like the things that you have done at PS Financial. One of the things I noticed over the years is that you make the mortgage process very strategic, but also very tactical. Can you share more about how you manage your practice and how you make that strategic and tactical, and you look at rates, you look at interest rates, you look at various factors around. So can you tell me more about how you manage your business?
Sure. Well, with the way most people handle mortgages, when you go to someone to get a pre-approval, they'll pre-approve you and then you're under contract and they're just like, here's the interest rate, hurry up and lock it because it might go up. Mm-hmm. But they don't really know if it goes up or goes down or what makes that happen. And so studying economics, I understood a lot more about the markets that others don't. And then in the mortgage business, I told myself I'm going to spend years really studying and understanding and following the experts on how mortgage rates work so that when I see certain things in the market, I know how to react. I know how to tell clients, let's wait, or let's hurry up and lock. Real-time example, I had 2 clients' purchases under contract. We're floating their rate. This weekend, Sunday, the news comes out. Scott Bessent said, we have an agreement with China. I didn't even ask their permission. I locked their rate. And certain lenders allow you to lock on Sundays, others don't. So I locked them on Sunday. What happens Monday? The 10-year treasury, which is mortgage rates, went up. Now, today's Wednesday, Thursday, 3 days in a row. Today, it kind of tapered, which I understand. It's normal. You react one way and it bounces. So that expertise helps me help my clients a little bit more. Had a trade deal not happened, rates would have come down, and that's why we were floating and waiting to see if it would come down. There was no net negative. In other words, what I promised them in the beginning is what they got. It could have gotten worse, but we locked it, so it didn't. So it's kind of what I bring to the table. That's that not a lot in the mortgage business study and understand to be able to help their clients with.
I love that strategic part about what you do to help your clients achieve the best result possible. At Corwell Management, we always also we work hard to make sure that we help our clients achieve their financial objectives. We manage their investments, we manage their retirement, and we like to collaborate with other professionals that can bring and add value to our clients. And you're one of them. And I know we've worked together in many different deals with clients to help them reach the mortgage, to help them talked about their reverse mortgage in a little bit as well. But I really like that about your practice, that you're very hands-on, and most mortgage companies are not. That leads to my question is, what do you think sets PS Financial apart from other companies?
Speed. Speed is everything. Speed kills, as they say. Usually you're talking about cars, but in this sense, speed kills in that if you don't have enough speed, it could kill your mortgage process. So you want to move quickly. Sometimes clients, I think I may have lost a client recently because we were so thorough in the beginning. He just randomly sent an email saying, I'm not working with you guys anymore, I'm working with this other guy. So maybe the other guy asked for way less than us, but he doesn't realize that later on it's going to hurt him. You want to have everything done early so that once you have a purchase contract, we're moving fast and we're ready to close in 2 or 3 weeks, and kind of waiting bored for closing to happen. It's anticlimactic sometimes. Sometimes it's like 2 days before closing. Yes, we're ready to close. It's very, exciting, but we want to be boring. We want to be ready weeks before, and no worrisome event happens through the process, because the mortgage process can be very stressful. So speed is really what I say is our strength, and helps us help more clients, and realtors love that about us as well.
I love what you said that about being boring because it's being thorough. It's really, that's what I understood. It's boring. It's being thorough, making sure you have all the ducks in the row to make sure that the deal happens. And I love what you said about speed because, we're living in a world where things move at such a fast speed. We have our phones. We're always can connect and see what's happening with rates, with the stock market, with so many different things. And if we don't act, we can miss opportunities. So I agree with you 1,000%. Well, Phil, thank you so much for being here. And as we like to say at Coral Wealth Management, retirement and financial confidence starts here. I'm your host, Dennis Coral. Thank you for watching.